welcome to the live press conference for the world's most anticipated boxing event. My name is Johnny Graham and you're very welcome tonight. Hello online world, wherever, YouTube or whatever it is, Stevo has organised here for us tonight. Hello. Lots of cameras here, lots of lights, and of course we have Mr. Paddy Barnes beside us here. And so this is a massively anticipated fight from everyone, from Tyson Fury to Conor McGregor. The world and his sister have been looking forward to this one. And an Olympic medal winning boxer versus a stubborn wheelchair user. What could possibly go wrong? I've heard Stevo's been training intensively, and it's rumoured Paddy's been sitting on his hole the whole time. He doesn't really care about this one, I think, so this is according to Stevo. So, and of course it's all for a great cause, the Irish Wheelchair Association. So last year Stevo raised, I think it was over 60,000 euros, which is amazing for the Irish Wheelchair Association. And this year, of course, he doesn't take things by half, he's trying to go bigger again. So disabilities affect everyone from, you know, it can be your mother, your father, grandfather, young people, old people. Disability can knock on anyone's door, and that's what happened with Stevo. Of course, that's why this is something that's close to his heart. A lot of people don't know Stevo is actually can't walk. He walks on crutches and is a wheelchair user. Some people think that's just for a laugh. It most definitely is not. I've been on tour with him loads, and he is definitely a wheelchair user, and it is hard going, and when you witness it straight there in your face, you know how difficult it can be, you know. So and every cent will go to the Irish Wheelchair Association, and everybody working here tonight is working for free, which I just found out here by reading this. We're all glad to be on board as well. And big thanks to the Clayton Hotel here for giving us this fabulous venue and for letting us be here tonight. And Sound to Light Galway for all this fabulous equipment we have around us here. And Soup Republic, who've dressed Stevo, which is hard enough to do at the best of times. No doubt he has a little pair of runners on him, just keeping it West Side just for the night as well. But he is
What's that?
Yeah, he is extremely well dressed as always, and thanks to Soup Republic for that. And thanks to Paddy Barnes for agreeing to be beaten up as well. Paddy, you're a bit close to me for me saying anything to you tonight, actually. I'd like to say thanks to Mitch Behan, Versey, Cullum Ward, Ovi and his team, Sarah Lynch, and everybody who's helped out in any way whatsoever for the fight tonight, or fight that's coming up. And I'm now going to introduce the main promoter of the fight. It's Mr. Cullum Ward from Big Hit Promotions. Cullum, take it away.
Cheers, thanks very much for that there, Johnny. Lads, the fight of the year will be happening right here in this hotel on the 11th of September 2021. It's going to be absolutely mental. Stevo Timothy versus Paddy Barnes here to my right. But also to remember why exactly we are here. You know, it's for the Irish Wheelchair Association. You know, they do phenomenal work. They have 75 community centres, one in each county here in Ireland. You know, they build life skills and confidence for people with physical disabilities across our land here. Just to mention some of the services that they do provide. You know, assisted living, housing, mobility aids, sports for all ages. 31 sports clubs for children and adults here living in Ireland. Now, I've seen both of the lads training. I've seen Stevo there, what was it, last week? He got 10 plastic bottles, and in seconds he put it straight into the recycling bin. I can only imagine the damage this man can do! Could you imagine that? Paddy took a similar approach there earlier, as we got into the hotel. You seen the sunflowers? He made bits of them too. They were twice the height of him. Paddy. Fucking class, man. Stand up there for a minute, Paddy. Stand up for a minute there, Paddy.
Hey, I'm son.
Unreal. So lads, the donations we've received have been fantastic. Like Conor McGregor, he donated 10 grand. Fantastic. We also had an anonymous donation of €3,333. Back to the lads, Paddy and Stevo. the conflict on social media, if you've been following it. You know, like, Paddy was calling Stevo a clown on Instagram. You know, he had Stevo saying, unfortunately for Paddy, I'm going to slap the head of you on Facebook. Lads, this is going to be the fight of the year. This is Galway. This is 2021. Slaps will be thrown. Hashtag a baiting in the Clayton. Lads, for anyone out there who has a dream, you can do this. Believe in yourself. We are here for the Irish Wheelchair Association. You can do it. I believe in you. Back to Johnny.
Thanks, Colin. Colin Moore, thank you very much. You might have noticed we are still waiting on Stevo. Just getting a few text messages here every now and then, but I can't actually tell you when he will be here. So hopefully he hasn't chickened out, Paddy. But in the meantime, we'll introduce.
Can I say something?
Yeah, you can say something.
Like, who the steel thing is? Conor McGregor, coming late.
Yeah.
The fucking puppet.
We were going to hold off on the trash talk for a while, but yeah, Paddy's straight in there for play. And of course, no Stevo to counteract that. But we'll introduce you in the meantime, Paddy. So Paddy Barnes, 3-time Olympian, 2-time medal winner, 2 gold Commonwealth medals. Paddy the Leprechaun Barnes. I'm afraid to even say that. That's he's still within reach me here. So Paddy, listen, thanks so much for agreeing to do this, firstly, and of course, a big question: why did you want to do this?
Well, I seen Steve's message on Twitter that he loves MMA, he loves boxing, he loves trad. I said, well, what, Steve? I'll fight you. But just transpired, and just blew out of proportion, and here we are in Galway, and the press conference ready. It's happening, but I know it's a bit mad, but to be honest, it is to show, in all seriousness, like, you know, people on wheelchair, people with disabilities, that they can't like do what like, disabled people can do, what able-bodied people can do as well. So it's just about breaking down those barriers, but it's also about breaking people's nose. So can't wait for that September 11th. Even the guys in the wheelchair, to me it doesn't matter. I've lost the last fight. I need a win from the kids. So, like, I feel think because of the wheelchair that I can really put on that. I'm going to make sure I punch with it.
Okay. I'll be honest, Paddy, I didn't understand a word of that.
Don't worry. Can I say something? So obviously, people in Ireland think I spoke very fast. Maybe I have a speech disability. He has a leg disability, so we're both going to equally match if you think about it.
You can't talk and he can't walk. It's on. I'm only messing. No, Pat. Yes, that's great. Yeah. And so, what kind of training have you been doing? What kind of training have you been doing? It sounds like you're taking it serious, anyway.
Well, at first I've been drinking every weekend, and basically being on Twitter, just using my fingers.
Heavy pints.
Exactly. Heavy tweets. Like, how hard can it be to sit in the chair? Just don't punch through the eyes, you know what I mean? So I think your fellow Stevo, what's his name? Stevo, he's dreaming like that means it's like in the there and the fitter, he's the brilliant, so bring it on.
Bring it on. Okay, and I was going. My next question was, are you worried? But it doesn't sound like you are. I'm not worried with Stevo. Like, could he upset you here?
No, to be honest, at first, the only thing I'm worried about is probably going to jail for killing someone.
Okay. It's a pity Stevo isn't here to hear this, man. This is good. And what about, all messing aside, like, you know, it is going to be technically difficult for you. You're going to be sitting in a wheelchair. Have you practiced in a wheelchair? Have you been sitting in a wheelchair trying to throw punches? Like, is it going to affect your technique?
Well, at first, I've been in a wheelchair an hour ago, and anything a wheel, it's just doesn't agree with me. I'm trying to pull a wheelie, and I fell right in the back, so I don't think one night I'll try and pull a wheelie.
Yeah, in fairness, we have video evidence of that. Paddy came in, saw the wheelchair, jumped in, fell on his arse. So that was his first knockout of this fight. And so you're not afraid. So look, normally we'd ask Stevo the same questions, but he hasn't even fucking had the manners to show up.
Exactly, you know,
Which I don't think you are actually pretty pissed off about it.
Of course, it's 7-4. Who do you think is Conor McGregor? Like, shot late, Dermot, maybe 9 shot with Hall. So it just shows like maybe the guy has fear already instilled in him. So let's just hope he shows up on fight night, because it'd be disappointing if he doesn't. And plus here, I must say, like, if they don't show up, the money raised, I'm going to spend the big carry, so he may show up.
All right. Okay. So let me see. So normally, like I say, we'd be asking no sign, Stevo yet. Okay. Normally we'd be asking Stevo the same questions, but what we might do now is we'll just ask a few questions. Any of the press there got any questions?
Yeah, Paddy, you've been out of the ring for so long, and when you're coming back now, people would have expected you to have a big name, but why have you chosen a man in a wheelchair?
Okay, so you've been out of the ring a while, and you've chosen a man in a wheelchair to come back again. So.
Well, it's easy. Back in boxing, come for loss. What better way to win with someone with disability? So I'm eager to win. So I picked Anthony Steven, who's on a wheelchair. So I'm hopeful that obviously companies on the wheelchair league, and it should definitely retire.
Any other questions there?
I have one for you here. Sarah Lynch from
Question from Sarah Lynch. Yeah, go ahead.
Paddy, we acknowledge you've had a very successful career so far. So where do you think this fight is going to rank in the levels of your success?
Yeah. Let's get ready. Come on. Yo, greetings, good evening, hunting season, now in full effect. Faces stay connected, bodies like a hobby, who's next? Irish show, soul celebrities have no hope, no joke, keep the anecdote, here we go. See, this event makes sense, I kill them all with one sound. The same way as Stevo, looking like a star from one song. No way in hell can you get people Paddy Barnes, even though he's off the street, bro, he's still got quicker arms. Don't know who for Paddy either, not because he can change or he can go mental. Sorry, Bronze, thank you, Wikipedia. He just got them for the spot with your career been dead. No, you're going to start the focus, Julie, are you good at it? Yeah, you have to hold my hand to see me in the ring. Never been sitting in a wheelchair, but when it takes a swing. The biggest main event you've ever been involved in. What do you think the dog is calling? Let's get ready to rumble. To be or not to be, who royals, who's humble. Survival in the fittest, who succumbs to the jungle. Yeah. You're not even competing, but rest assured it will be put to sleep by outborn and foreign and pressure that you look red as weak. I'm not kissing ass, food is no whiskey. Pussy, you wanna lay a finger on me. I'm not in my 50s, notorious enemy wants to shine down on the brain. His UFC career is in the brain, anyway, the repair relationships. That's for sure, wasn't fond of you till I discovered Conor more. Down combat, you'll admit it, bro, you have your moments. No one cares, so what's the truth of waiting if there's no opponent? They won't be flicking it, don't care who it is. Even this, you wanna drop them, wait and put up a fist, bitch. We know we all are here for the same cause. Always over the way, so please don't name what you can't afford. No more left to say, but God, if you ready, we're the builders around some champions. So let's get ready to rumble. To be or not to be, who royals, who's humble. Survival in the fittest, who's who come to the jungle. Yeah, come on. Let's get ready to be or not to be, who royals, who's humble. Survival in the fittest, who's who come to the jungle. Yeah, woo. Let's get ready. Yeah.
It's the little midget from Belfast. What's the crack, Paddy? Are you ready to rock? The little British fighter from the United Kingdom, huh? Let's get this fucking on. The king has arrived.
Oh my god.
Yep.
About fucking time, huh?
Stevo. What's the crack? Thank you everyone for coming. Have my boys here. Paddy, you're on your own, are you?
It's all right.
You've been on your own most of your life. You not have mics, no?
I don't need a team.
Oh. I seen you messing around in my wheelchair earlier on.
Just how you ever go, but
You'll have to get used to it when I put you in one. Jesus, what kind of donkey press conference is this?
We're back. We're on different mics just because of you came. We have to change over all our mics.
Of course.
Now we all look like fools just sitting here on our own. But yeah, what an entrance, Stevo. What an entrance.
Thank you.
So the no-time Olympian, no medal winner. I don't think he even won a medal in the school.
No.
School sports day.
110-meter hurdles last week.
Full-time wheelchair user.
Full-time as in opposed to part-time, Johnny, yeah. I use the wheelchair from Thursdays to Sundays. Other than that, I'm doing ultra-marathons.
Look at this fella. And he's Ireland's best known comedian, Mr. Stevo Timothy, aka Farmer Michael.
Thank you, Johnny.
Even Paddy's applaud you.
I pay good money for you to say that, but I appreciate it.
So, Stevo, okay, a few questions. Questions for you. We just asked Paddy the same questions here.
What did he say?
To be honest with you, he did throw a bit of dirt already, so we'll see.
Sure.
So number one question, why are you doing this?
I am doing this to prove to disabled people out there that they can grab a Belfast man and bait him around the place. Every disabled person in Ireland sitting at home watching this at the moment should think to themselves, yeah, I can just go up the road, grab someone from the north and give them a dog's bait.
But Belfast is Ireland.
It's what?
Belfast is Ireland.
Anyone got subtitles there? I don't know what the fella said, man. See, he's from a foreign country, he's speaking a foreign language. Oh, that's a political gag there. Up the rat.
What sort of training have you been doing for this, Steve?
I have been training with some of the best in Ireland. I'll be training next week with Paddy Collins. I was training yesterday with Pete Taylor. That's Katie's father. I was training then the week before that with Phil Sutcliffe. So he's another legend in the game. And in 2 weeks into July, I think I'll be training with Coach John Kavanagh, who's one of the best in the world. So I've got the best behind me.
Wow.
Whether I listen to them man carry.
It's funny you mention a lot of trainers, which are very, very good trainers. But the only trainer in Ireland who's training better than me is actually from Limerick. The Muirs from Limerick. So we're training the wrong people.
Is that the fella that bet you twice? Oh yeah, I must go down to him. I might go down to him to follow the weekend. I should go over and find that Oscar fella as well. What's his name? Oscar?
Michael?
Yeah, that's the fella. I should find him as well.
You probably should Princess Stevo.
There's only one princess here and she's sitting to my right. Left, depending on your...
No, she's a queen. You're a princess.
Well, now he's coming on to my woman. Jesus.
I thought it was my own. Or maybe she will be in Stamford.
So, Steve, what have you in store? What have you in store for the 11th of September?
I'm going to arrive in. I'm going to put on my gloves. No metal inside the gloves. We'll do this fair. I'm going to push in my wheelchair. We're going to start knocking the heads off each other, as they say up in the north, knocking our bollocks on.
And are you worried? Are you worried, Steve?
No.
He already has targeted your nose, saying it's an easy target.
Well, it's been broke twice before, so it is a pretty disjointed nose at the best of times. Right, so we'll have a bit of serious now. So why we're actually doing this? So I'm doing it for the Irish Wheelchair Association. So they're a great organisation around Ireland. You probably mentioned that already. You mentioned what they do, and my mother was in a wheelchair and she was a wheelchair user, and I'm doing it in honour of her memories about the same thing with the cycle. So it's just like they were really good to her. Like after a while, when her dementia and Alzheimer's got really bad, she was in the chair, as I said, and they were like another kind of family to her. Bring her off to the day centre every day. She was knitting things, and she'd look forward to going to it. Like she mightn't remember who we were, or any relatives or any neighbours around them, but she felt kind of at home with them and felt very accepted, I suppose, and not judged for her condition or anything. So obviously, like, they do great work in Ireland, and during the COVID, they were turning their minibuses into actual, basically, taxis, bringing people to get prescriptions and doctor's appointments and stuff, because people couldn't go to the day centre. And it hit them really hard last year, because obviously they do their angel day where they'll be collecting outside supermarkets and shopping centres and things. They couldn't do that with the COVID, so yeah, so it's been a bollocks for them, really, fundraising. So yeah, I just said I'd do another thing, and I was kind of thinking to myself, what could we possibly do that's a step up from cycling the bike? You know what I mean? A crippled cycle on a bike. So I just put up a thing one day on Twitter, and I was messing around just like, does anyone do MMA or like disabled boxing or whatever? I think Paddy replied, and then I just messaged him and I said, like, would you be up for it? Paddy was like, yeah, let's do it. And I said, would you do it for charity? So we just said, yeah, damn it, like, what the hell? A few hours later, I had up to GoFundMe, and donations started to pour in, and it's up over 30 grand now. So we're hoping, like, there's 3 months to go to the day the fight happens. So we're hoping, like, we'll raise. I suppose the sky's the limit, isn't it?
Yeah, and of course it hit the headline. This whole event hit the headlines with Conor McGregor, a massive donation. I'm sure that really jolted you, did it?
Oh yeah, kind of. You know, you'd be getting onto media companies and they just ignore you, and then you mention, oh, Conor McGregor donated 10 grand, and they come beating down your door. So like, just even if he'd only donated 500 quid, it's the fact that he done that and retweeted a lot of stuff and has been kind of involved with it, calling out Al Ford and stuff for his shitty impressions of him. So yeah, so look, I put up a thing saying this is the final thing, the final lineup, co-main, him, me and Paddy, and he retweeted it, so he's coming. He'd want to come now, right?
He's coming, okay, it's official, it's coming.
Yeah, well, I'm telling him now. like he said, don't talk about it, be about it. So come on, Conor, let's do it. So yeah.
There you go, you're listening, Conor McGregor.
But look, it'd do massive, like, awareness raising for people with disabilities and for wheelchair sport in general. You know what I mean? Because we can be like anyone else. If we want to go out and fight, why not? If I want to go into a boxing ring and get the face back clean off me, or win, then should we not be allowed to do that? Are we not equal?
For sure.
And people are like, but that's stupid going into a ring, you might injure yourself, blah blah blah, or people in wheelchairs shouldn't be doing that. Why? Who are you to say that?
Exactly.
I do what I fucking want. If I want to fight someone, then I'll do it. If I want to cycle a bike, I'll do it.
Okay, I suppose it's time. I'm sure you've had a few ideas, the stuff you want to say to Paddy. Is there anything you want to say to Paddy?
Just, I'm not a man for trash talk.
Whoa.
After I spent my the last 15 minutes doing it. No, I just like to say that we'll see each other on the day. And
Do you want to get a bit closer to have a chat with him?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, come on, no point in shouting abuse at him down there. Paddy's mad. I've Paddy chained to the chair here, actually. He can't get it. So, just snuggle into each other there, boys. Is there anything you want to say to each other? There you go, Paddy. There you go.
You just remember, it's a close one to me, picnic.
You won't be getting any nearer than this.
And you'll be shitting yourself.
You little leprechaun, I would say. Here, September the 11th, there'll be more than towers falling.
I maybe never gone, but we're more at the same place sitting down.
Oh. We'll see you on September the 11th.
Oh, fucking sure all.
I'll take these.
Bring that home, cuz. Bring that home too.
Paddy,
Thanks, Paddy.
No problem.
You're gonna shun it. The champ.
That's a real man.
Champ. The champ. Get your pictures.
And this is the team. That's the big man.